Hello again. Today's daily is going to be a shorter, quicker one. I've been playing golf with my brother today, and I need to get a newsletter issue done pretty smartish because I'm flying to Italy tomorrow with a friend to visit a friend of ours. So I'm going to try and tie in two into one and show you a little bit, not the whole process, but a little bit of the process of what goes behind the scenes in writing a newsletter issue for Fundamentalized, which is my newsletter. I've been running for 98 issues now, so closing in very quickly on that 100. I think, funnily enough, it will be around when I fly out to Thailand that issue number 100 or 101 will come out, and that'll be quite fitting, quite a nice start. But anyway, I came up with a little bit of a concept for something to write yesterday, and I was in my inbox earlier scouring through these notes that I've not yet processed to try and find said idea, but I couldn't find it, and it turns out it was inside my pocket notebook that I would kind of write down tasks and ideas within. So you can't win them all, and I'm not infallible even if I do teach this stuff, but I have the idea, and what I also will do is show you this content folder. So this is a folder note that is where I contain, I'll show you, it's inside my resources because it's not really a set project. It's not something that could belong in the areas folder, but content is kind of a suitable folder for all of these drafts and outlines that I put together when it comes to writing pieces like this or pieces on Medium. So I've got this content folder, and the folder note, which is this, has this specific content base. So content marketing.base. It probably could just be shortened to content.base because I've actually split it into two, in that Parazetal's categories are emails, articles, YouTube, and I've got a different view here that I should actually preface this in saying that all of these outlines are stored in the content folder, so you can see this is all pieces that I've got still to write or pieces that I have already written, and every now and again, like maybe at the end of the year or at the end of a quarter or something, I'll go through and move all of the completed pieces to somewhere in the archive. But that is where all the content outlines, published and unpublished so far, are stored. And so I store them in either, or I show them in this base either to be related to Parazetal and personal knowledge management and the marketing to do with and related to that, or I store them under Fundamentalized, which is more of a personal brand thing, in which I will have essays, or as you're going to see, newsletter issues. I haven't gotten round to writing many of these essays as of right now. My last issue actually was kind of along the lines of winning micro battles and stacking small wins on top of each other, but that is where I'd go through to look for past suggestions or unfinished outlines for issues that I put together, the same way that I would inside the Parazetal for stuff that is related to this business and its marketing. But as it stands today, as I found inside of my little notebook, I have a fresh idea to be working on in terms of writing for a newsletter. So I've written down here critical mass newsletter, and that's all I've got. That's enough to jog my memory. Like when I was looking earlier for this information to do with this issue, I couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was, and I couldn't remember the idea. So I was a little bit gutted, but after I kind of realised that the note wasn't going to be stored in that inbox and I went to my pocket notebook, I was happy to find the information there. So to create a new newsletter issue outline, I've already got quick add set up for, and a keyboard shortcut that is to take me to that. So I would, if I was using the command palette, I'd go quick add and run quick add. So you could see the shortcut there actually. Run quick add is Command Option Q, Control Alt Q if you're Windows, So that's my configuration of it. I select that, and I select new content, and it comes up with all the new types of content that I want to create. And so what we're doing today is a newsletter issue, so I pick out a new issue, and I'd simply write, so this title here isn't going to be the title of the actual thing when I post it, when I publish it, but it's just something to kind of jog my memory as to what the issue is about. So today I'm going to go with the importance of reaching critical mass and momentum. And then, as you can see here, it's created a new note inside of that content folder with the name of the issue that I want to be writing about, and it's given me some specific metadata here. And you can see in the fundamentalized section now I've got this new newsletter, and I can pick it and go to start writing the outline as soon as possible. And once I'm done, I can simply check off on the right hand side here, and it doesn't appear in the base anymore. So that's how, in short, I manage a large volume of new articles and essays and newsletters that I have yet to write, and sort through them quickly and find what's yet to be published quickly without having to sort through things in the sidebar and mess around in the folders here. But if I just quickly go over the other parts of the process, I'd go quick explanation of critical. This, just for example, I'll probably elaborate on this outline once I've stopped filming this daily, but what I'd do is I'd go quick explanation of critical mass, physics perspective. Now I studied physics at A-level, that's a long time ago now, seeing as I've graduated university like a month or so ago now, but I still roughly remember. So nuclear physics, neutrons, and energy to keep chain reaction going. So the point behind this issue was kind of to talk about how things are easier to keep rolling once you've gotten up to a certain point. It's kind of the same idea as 0 to 1. Like, the hardest thing you're ever going to do is go from 0 to 1, because 0 is infinitely small, and in comparison to 0, 1 is infinitely big. So to create something out of nothing is the hardest thing to do. But often, once you've kind of got the ball rolling, as it were, it's easier to keep rolling, or things start working out for you, the momentum picks up. And so I'd continue to outline this issue, and some examples for me writing online. Now, just a background readership that brings eyes to my work every month. So that's not something that I actually have to put any effort into doing now. People see there's a base level of people excuse me, who read my articles and watch my videos every month, but that would never have happened had I not brought myself up to that critical mass of people that are interested in what I have to say. And so what I do here is I go through and finish all the points in the outline like that, and I've started actually using Obsidian's built-in web viewer as well now, so you can set up the place that you want the web browser to open on. I've got it to set up for the dashboard for my newsletter, so I would go and select the option to create new. I go text post. This is issue 99 actually. We're getting closer, closing in, and the importance, or something like this, it's importance of reaching critical mass. And here you can see I've got my outline, I've got my page ready to start writing on, and I go through and I pretty simply draft and publish from there. And it's nice because I'm not used to doing any distracting tasks in the web browser in Obsidian. I'm more likely to use my Arc for that, and so if I was to even bring things into full screen like this, I've got an even more focused workspace that I can refer to my outline, or perhaps any of my other Settle Custom notes if I've got anything to do with critical mass. Well, there you go, the function of Settle Custom at critical mass. So this is exactly where I'd go to find additional ideas and thoughts to put into this issue, and perhaps I will put this in now that I've resurfaced this. So we'll go back to here and Settle Custom at critical mass. This is another good idea, and you can see how once you've got things set up to an extent and you've got even a critical mass of notes in your knowledge management system, and that might actually be another article for myself to write. And if that's the case, I'm actually going to put that in as a quick idea now. Article, the note-taking system at critical mass. And you can see how once you've got everything put together, kind of your templates and a critical mass of notes in your Settle Custom, it's really easy to keep the ball rolling in your note-taking system, because it's designed to help you back and throw up ideas and suggestions that are going to be useful inside of your creative projects. And so that's my daily for today. I hope it's been a little bit insightful into, excuse me again, how I write newsletter issues and articles and things like that. And well, I've got time tomorrow before I go to London to catch my plane, so I'll put out a daily then as well. So thank you for watching this far, and I will see you then. Bye bye.